So this kid apparently graduated high school at 12. Look, I was in a year above what I should have been, if that's any consolation to make me feel good about this. But yikes, this dude must be like Einstein now. Let's have a look.
Hey, I'm Mark.
Hey Mark.
And I've
It's my dad's name.
been really smart. That's why school was boring. It was just too easy for me.
Can't relate.
For example, I never paid attention in class. Instead, I scrolled through my textbook right before a test, and that was enough for me to get straight.
I don't understand kids who can do this. Like, I definitely was good at daydreaming and not paying attention, but things did not come easy to me.
A's in all my exams. Of course, that sounds great, because who wouldn't want to get easy A's? But there were plenty of moments when I wished I was like everyone else.
Dumb. Why?
For example, I never had any friends because I skipped 6 grades and all my classmates were much older than me. At the same time, I didn't have much in common with kids my own age.
That is actually true. I mean, I feel like you wouldn't have much in common with kids his age, but like you also wouldn't really have the opportunity to meet somebody in high school, because some people meet a lot of their like future partners, high school sweethearts in high school, and that's like yanked away from him. You're too smart.
Some teachers let me read novels during class, but most of them wanted me to pay attention, even though I knew more about the subject than they did. And they hated it when I corrected them. Everyone always congratulated me on my grades, even though I never worked for them. I liked hearing how great I was, but it would have been better if my teachers had pushed me harder, because...
Harder? They put you up 6 grades, what do you want?
I never developed any discipline. When I graduated high school at 12, I could have gone straight to college, but instead I
can't believe they actually let kids graduate that early and go straight to college, my god.
Took 2 years off and played video games. Eventually, my parents forced me to go to college, and I chose math as my major. I was still only 14 though, so again, I had no friends. To make things worse, I skipped most of my lectures, because
how does he skip these lectures and just
it was easier to read my math textbook on the day before the exam than to listen to the lectures of my professors. So instead of working hard and developing self-discipline, I spent most of my time playing video games.
Can relate.
However, I still got 95 to 100% of points.
That's 98. That's 2 points off 100, alright?
Each exam. When I graduated valedictorian, I almost felt ashamed of myself.
Wow.
Because even though I had
you're just really smart.
Brilliant academic record, I had never put any effort into my studies. I was just lucky I was born smart. And because I've never worked hard in my life, I'm one of the laziest people on this planet. After I graduated university, I thought about becoming a mathematician, but I couldn't be bothered to go through all the interviews.
Oh, he really is lazy. Oh my goodness. Imagine like being gifted with the intelligence and just being lazy.
So I moved back home and started gaming again. However, after a few years, my parents got sick of me doing nothing, so they threw me out. Suddenly, I was forced to get a job, and I decided to teach myself programming.
I mean, that's pretty good that the parents took the initiative just to kick him out.
I passed an online programming course, and that was enough to get me a job at a tech firm. But I hate it. I'm supposed to work 8 hours a day, but I spend most of my time watching YouTube and surfing the net. I do
kind of relatable.
Just enough to hit my target so I don't get fired, but it's so boring. Even though I make okay money, I know I've let my wife and my whole family down.
He's got a wife now? When did this happen?
I had huge potential, and I threw it all away because I never learned the importance of hard work. I mean, I could have discovered a life-saving drug, climbed the corporate ladder, or built my own business. But instead, I was lazy, and now the people I went to college with are all more successful than me, even though I'm more intelligent. I feel like I wasted my life. I constantly
How old is he now? Surely he can still like do something with his life. If you're that smart, it doesn't matter if you're like 50. You could probably go into medicine.
Friends with envy. And I hate it when they post about their latest promotion of their amazing career. I could have done anything with my life if I'd only worked harder.
It's turned kind of like sad, and it's like a lesson, like work hard.
Because if you're born intelligent, you've been given a big advantage. But that doesn't mean a thing if you don't use it. If you're lazy like me, you still won't be successful. Because if you want to achieve something great, at some point, you'll have to work hard for it.
This makes me feel kind of better.
I've been thinking about setting up my own programming company, but I'm intimidated by the amount of work involved. Instead, I have to put up with my manager, Fred. He's a nice guy, but totally incompetent and drives me nuts. His decisions make no sense, and he never listens to my advice. But then, I guess, I'd be an even worse manager than him, because I'd never get anything done. Today, I live a life of regret and resentment, and it's all
How old is he? He can still do all these things he wants to do.
my fault. Thank you for listening to my story.
That was kind of like a bit morbid. He can still do all these things he wants to do, no matter, like, he just needs to, like, get off his farm. Like, he's recognized he's lazy, so do something. Anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if we've learned anything today, it's you don't have to be smart, you just have to put in the effort. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!